welcome to my garden.
Let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day. I know it is a beautiful day here in Southern California, and I just thought I would share the exciting new project that I am building in my new space. Pardon me if I'm frowning a little bit. As you can see, the sun is literally right in my eyeballs. I have a garden. Me, the green goddess, finally has a real garden, and we've got some real exciting things growing in the garden, and I just thought, why not share with you what I'm growing? So come along on the journey and see what I'm growing in my garden. So this is the first garden. We got the trellis, a self-watering system. Got some. I don't know if you guys remember what this space looked like. I have a video, I inserted, but this is where we're at so far. Next to the door under construction. I got my favorite flower in the whole freaking world. Oh my god, aren't these so beautiful? Tell me they're so beautiful. Like two-toned beauties. If you don't know what these are hydrangeas, and they are literally my favorite flower. Because, I mean, look at them. Look at that. I really wanted to incorporate a mirror out here, so my boyfriend took this mirror that my grandfather gave me and he spray painted it green for me and placed it here, and I think it's a great addition to the garden. I also kind of was like playing plant doctor, and I made a clay substance, and then I put this pothos here and kind of stuck it, and it's like staying. If anyone has any tips to like make this successfully grow around this, I feel like I'm gonna eventually need to get like a pot and like maybe wire it or something to have it. I don't know, but I just think it's so funny. Like I really made it like a little substance and just stuck it and it's staying, and I just water it and it just doesn't move. So yeah, this is my mirror. Next on the trellis, we've got another plant that was a victim of my dog's assholery. It is a Monstera deliciosa. It is going to be an outside grown plant. I have a very large Monstera in the house, but I really want an outdoor Monstera. So this is my Monstera, who is in rehab right now, and she's doing pretty good because before it was just this and then this and then this. So this is growing, and we've got a baby here and a baby here, so it looks like it's pretty happy here. I'm happy to see where it grows. For the other tropical plants we've got this bird of paradise. It's trying to adjust to the heat right now, so just tell it it's beautiful. And yeah, and we've got elephant ear right here. Elephant ear is like, elephant ear and monstera were always like my favorite tropical plants, but the more I learn about elephant ear, the more it just becomes more of my favorite. Like, did you guys know this is edible? Like, when these leaves get super large, people use these to like roll food in, and then the corm of it is taro. Like, I don't eat taro, but I'm very familiar with it as I work with herbs a lot. But I didn't know that that's where that came from, the corm of it. So, fun fact about elephant. And then we've got this system that my boyfriend set up on my trellis, which is a watering system. It has a hose that is stuck to this gate, but it has a short hose, and then we got a 50-foot hose that I attach to this, and then I can make the water adjustable to get all the plants in the garden or just the cucumbers. Alright, so this is the garden in progress. This is what we've got going on so far. I am going to walk you through every little step or system we've got going on in this awesome garden. It is not done. There is some more beds that will be added in this area with walkways and stuff, but I just figured I'd show you where we're at thus far with what it looks like, and I'm very proud of it. So let me go ahead and give you a little close-up of what we got growing in here, and yeah. Alright, we're gonna start over here. So we have some beautiful hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are my favorite flower. They're just absolutely beautiful and magical, and I love every bit of them. In this one right here, we've got some California pollinator wildflowers. This kind of might seem a little bit of a weird setup right now, but again, it's not done, so it's gonna seem weird for now. This whole bed is empty. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this space. Moving on over here. So I placed a row of lettuce here, but it looks like the water might have displaced them, so once they get a little bit bigger, I'll go ahead and move them. But look how cute they are. Babies, look at the babies. Oh yes, there's a lot of lettuces. And then originally I had planted some potatoes right here, but then I realized that potatoes are bullies just like mint bully. So I took them out of here and I put them in here for now. So with this, I just put more, I sprinkled more lettuce on this row and on this row. So we've got some more babies. We've got quite a bit of lettuce actually. Like, the lettuce is doing its thing right now. In this row, right here next to the lettuce, I have some spinach, so we can grow big and strong like Popeye, you know. The spinach isn't really coming in all that much yet. We've got a little sprouts right there, but right now the lettuce is kicking ass and taking names. Things are very special to me. We've got a bunny ear prickly pear cactus right there, and then we've got a prickly pear cactus along with aloe and aloe. This bunny ear prickly pear, I said that I'm gonna start calling it the Mickey Mouse cactus. So if you ever hear me call it the Mickey Mouse cactus, it's because I am personally renaming it in my garden, but that is not the actual name of it. But I planted this here because of where the bed is. I didn't really want to place food back there, so I'm hoping that since this is kind of like a ground cover cactus, that it'll kind of like line the back area back there with all of its beauty. But we've got a prickly pear that I harvested and trying to grow the pad, so stay tuned with that. The needles are not that strong right now. It's kind of in a transition period, but I'm hoping that it grows and does great things here in the garden. And then we've got my struggling aloe, but she's doing better. Look how strong she is. She's resilient. Love that for her. This one beautifully borrowed from my mother. Yes, thanks, Mom. Show you my bully collection. Right now we've got some sweet mint, some peppermint, and some regular mint. Bully type herb in the sense of its roots are extremely aggressive. So if you want mint, I would grow it in a container, or if you're trying to grow it in the ground, I would place like cement blocks, or like kind of dig a hole and place this in the ground, or something similar in the ground that doesn't have a bottom, or like has a deep bottom, so that way the roots can grow down instead of growing into the other parts of the bed. But this is my mint collection at the moment. Got parsley here. We've got sage, who was very much struggling, and my dog was very upset at me for the fact that they're over there and they just are so bougie, they want to be in the house. So because they weren't in the house, they decided to destroy my plants. So this was the one that was a victim of their tomfoolery. My lemon verbena, it kind of died, and I just like am kind of doing like a Frankenstein experiment essentially. I don't want to let it go, so I just planted it with its like stick to see if it would produce something, but I think I'm gonna have to let it go. I think lavender in all its beauty. Can't wait till it produces some pretty flowers. We've got rosemary here, just looking absolutely beautiful and smelling absolutely amazing. We love her. All right, we've got some English thyme here. She's doing pretty well. She's produced some flowers thus far. All right, next we've got some basil. So I had some dill right here, but since dill is somewhat of an attractant to butterflies, there was a caterpillar on my dill, and I think it took all the nutrients from the dill and killed it. So I placed new dill seeds here, but it doesn't look like anything's growing yet. Next we've got lemon balm. Love her. As well as oregano. Oregano is not only good in food, but if people don't know, oregano oil is really good when it comes to parasite cleanses, and a great thing to incorporate into your diet if you're craving a lot of sugar. Oregano oil is definitely something that can help with that and flush those nasty parasites out of your system, okay? So clock in with oregano. People take it for granted sometimes, but very helpful herb. Last but not least, for the herbs growing in this garden, we have cucumber here. My cucumber is growing really fast. I planted some additional seeds over there, but cucumber has its own trellis all to itself. This trellis is quite big, so it's definitely going to have lots of room to grow. But it's got its own little place back there, and I placed some seeds for the cucumbers right there, so they're gonna have that whole trellis to just do their thing. that's all the fun stuff we've got growing in the garden right now. I'm really thinking about hanging a pitcher plant out here and maybe putting it here or maybe somewhere shaded. I'm not sure because as I've been planting a lot of the herbs, a lot of these flies, I'm not sure if you can see them, a lot of these flies are starting to make my garden home. And as I'm trying to be a pesticide-free garden and use more of natural resources for myself and my herbs, I really want to get carnivorous plants, but I know how much of divas they are. But if anyone has any tips for